Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Periyungyan, a practical guide to MDS Periodontology examination. My channel will be a compilation of questions and answers and references from the current literature. This channel will benefit the postgraduate students of periodontology with learning made easy. Each video will focus on one question that is commonly asked in the practical examination. This video will focus on postoperative evaluation, which is a part of the MDS periodontology examination. So what do we do in the postoperative evaluation? We look at the overall appraisal of the patient. So what do you see in overall appraisal of the patient? We look at the physical status of the patient, mental and emotional status of the patient, and look at the vital signs like BP and temperature. Then we examine the patient. We do an extraoral and intraoral examination. We do an intraoral examination of the surgical site. So what do we look at in the extraoral examination? We look at the overlying skin for the warmth and the redness. We look for the presence of pain, any kind of swelling, enlarged lymph nodes, lip laceration, cracked lip and trismus. So what do we look at the lymph node examination? We look at the occipital lymph nodes, cervical lymph nodes, submental, submandibular, supraclavicular, parotid nodes and the parotid gland also. Then we examine the oral cavity like tongue, floor of the mouth, palate and buccal and lingual mucosa for any kind of abnormalities. Then we examine the surgical site. So what is the checklist we have to look into? Periodontal dressing. So look at the occlusal and the mucosal extent of the periodontal dressing and for the presence of any traumatic ulcer. Then look into the sutures. Look at the knots, the bite and the type of suturing that has been done. Then check for any kind of hematoma or bleeding. Then if you performed any regenerative or resective surgery, you have to look into the particular site. So if you performed any GTR membrane, placed in GTR membrane, then we have to look at the membrane exposure if it is present or not, or if the sutures are loose or if it is well adapted. Then you look at the bone graft site. So how do we evaluate the site of the bone graft? By taking a radiograph. Then we evaluate the area of resective surgery. Then what are the features to be observed during the wound healing after uncomplicated periodontal and implant surgery? We look at the presence of swelling, fever, bleeding, redness, dehiscence, food debris, plaque and degree of epithelialization, bad taste, malodor and fistula. So in bleeding, what do we see? Why there is bleeding? Normal blood loss during surgery, etiology, clotting factors, systemic and local conditions and how to arrest bleeding. So what are the factors we look into the bleeding? Factors responsible for bleeding at the surgical site: extent of flap operation, soft tissue inflammation, presence of unhealthy granulation tissue, perforation of blood vessels, blood pressure, vasoconstrictors used in surgery. If there is more than 30% of blood loss, it will lead to hypovolemic shock. What are the three types of bleeding? Primary bleeding, secondary bleeding and tertiary bleeding. Primary bleeding at the time of surgery. Secondary bleeding may follow the primary bleeding within 24 hours and tertiary bleeding occurs after 7 to 14 days. So what are all the reasons for postoperative infection? Unsterile instruments and aerosol contamination. So what are the causes of postoperative wound dehiscence? The separation of the wound margins occurs because of the drainage of secretions out of the wound as a result of increased pressure of the tissues, as in case of inflammation. Pain and swelling independent of wound infection, undesirable aesthetic outcome can occur. So when do you have this root hypersensitivity? It can occur in postoperative gingival recession. So when do you get the postoperative gingival recession? When more than 2 to 3 millimeters of bone exposure is present. Then when do you get the root hypersensitivity? In case of hypermineralized dentine in the second and third postoperative week because of over instrumentation. So what is the reason for delayed wound healing? Infection, stitch abscess, foreign substance and allergic reaction. Then we look into the presence of trismus, tooth mobility and exudate, and for the presence of any kind of site infection, space infection and inaccurate position of the needle. So these are the things which we have to look into in the second day of postoperative evaluation. So since the literature is not compiled, so I thought I will do a compilation of the literature in postoperative evaluation. Thank you. Thank you for viewing my channel. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you like my channel, please feel free to like, share and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscriber button. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Periyogyan, a practical guide to MDS Periodontology examination. My channel will be a compilation of questions, answers and references from the current literature. This channel will benefit the postgraduate students of periodontology with learning made easy. Each video will focus on one question that is commonly asked in the practical examination. So today we are talking about post-operative evaluation. So what is post-operative evaluation? Post-operative evaluation after performing a periodontal surgery is the part of the MDS periodontology examination. So we will see what is overall appraisal of the patient. So the first thing you have to look into the patient is the overall appraisal. You have to look into the physical status of the patient, mental and emotional status of the patient, and also take a note of the vital signs like BP and temperature. Then we need to examine the patient. So what do you examine the patient? You do an intraoral examination and the extraoral examination. So in the extraoral examination, what do you see? So we have to see for the overlying skin, whether it is warm or red. Then you have to see for the presence of any kind of swelling or any lip laceration or any kind of cracking at the angle of the mouth or trismus or pain if it is present. Okay, so we have to look into all these features. Once again, I would like to summarize. You have to look into the overlying skin for any warmth or redness, any kind of pain, any kind of swelling, enlarged lymph nodes, lip laceration, cracked dryness in the angle of the mouth, and trismus. What lymph nodes do you examine? So we need to examine the occipital lymph nodes, the cervical lymph nodes, the submental lymph nodes, submandibular lymph nodes, and the supraclavicular lymph nodes has to be examined, as well as the parotid glands and the parotid nodes have to be examined. Then going on to the examination of the oral cavity, we need to examine the tongue, floor of the mouth, the palate and the buccal mucosa for the presence of any abnormalities like lesions or swelling or any kind of an exhaustosis, etc. Then we need to examine the surgical site. So what is the checklist to examine the surgical site? So first you look at the periodontal dressing. You look at the occlusal extent of the dressing or